Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. How many times have you stopped yourself from taking a step forward, not because you didn't have the ability, but because you doubted yourself? I'm willing to bet it's happened more than once. We all do it. We all face that moment when the voice inside our head says, "You're not good enough," or "Who do you think you are?" But here's the truth: self-doubt is the enemy of progress. It holds you back from becoming the person you are capable of being, from achieving the things you are meant to achieve. I'm here today to tell you that you can't afford to doubt yourself anymore. You have potential inside you, and it's time you started believing in it. Stop asking, "What if I fail?" and start asking, "What if I succeed?" When you doubt yourself, you take away the opportunity for greatness. Doubt creates a wall that keeps you from seeing the possibilities ahead of you. But the key to success isn't the absence of fear or doubt, it's pushing forward in spite of them. It's taking that first step, even when you're unsure of what's to come. Remember this: you have the power to change your circumstances. You have the power to transform your life. But that power can only be unlocked when you stop doubting yourself. Trust your abilities, trust your instincts, and trust that you are capable of more than you think. So what do you need to do? Take the leap. Stop questioning whether you're good enough. Stop wondering if you're capable. You are. You've always been. It's time to stop doubting and start doing. If you doubt yourself, you will never take the necessary steps to reach your full potential. The way you think about yourself and your future is the way your life will unfold. Start believing in your abilities. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Start with what you have and refine it along the way. The sooner you realize that, the sooner you'll unlock your full potential. Invest in yourself. Stop fearing failure. It's not a reflection of your worth, it's a part of the learning journey. Doubt paralyzes you, but action propels you forward. Every step you take moves you closer to your goal. What you've done before doesn't determine what you can do now. Your potential is limitless. Stop waiting for others to validate your dreams. Your vision is enough to get you started. If you want to stop doubting yourself, you need to surround yourself with people who encourage you to believe in your potential. Doubt disappears when you focus on constant improvement. Commit to becoming better every day, and your self-confidence will grow. Self-doubt is like a shadow that follows you everywhere, even when the sun is shining. It creeps into your thoughts, distorts your vision, and robs you of the energy and drive you need to move forward. It's a silent killer because it doesn't always announce itself loudly. It's not like a loud, visible obstacle. It's much more insidious. It can be a whisper in the back of your mind, a little voice telling you you're not good enough or this is too hard. Over time, those whispers accumulate, and if you're not careful, they can turn into a barrier you can't see past. When you doubt yourself, you limit your own potential. Every time you question your abilities, you're setting yourself up to miss opportunities. You hesitate when you should act, and you wonder whether you're capable when the answer is staring you in the face. But here's the thing: self-doubt is not an accurate reflection of who you are or what you can achieve. It's just a feeling that can be conquered with action, with commitment, and with the belief that you are worthy of success. Think about the most successful people you know. Do you think they never had doubts? Of course they did, but they didn't let those doubts stop them. They learned to move forward in spite of them. And that's the difference. When you let self-doubt control your decisions, you're choosing to stay stagnant. You're choosing comfort over growth. But when you push through it, you're making the choice to step into your full potential, to see what you're truly capable of. Self-doubt convinces you that you're not ready, that you should wait for a better time, that you should wait for the stars to align. But the truth is, the perfect time never comes. It's only when you take that first step, when you decide that the doubt is no longer going to run your life, that you begin to see progress. It's like walking into a dark room. You don't know what's ahead, but every step forward makes the path a little clearer. You begin to see opportunities where once you saw obstacles. You have the power to stop doubting yourself. The moment you realize that you take control of your destiny, doubt may never completely disappear, but it doesn't have to dictate your actions. You don't have to have all the answers right now. What matters is that you take action anyway. When you do that, you stop letting self-doubt control your life and you start building the life you deserve. Your mindset shapes everything about your life: the way you see the world, the way you respond to challenges, and ultimately the life you create for yourself. It's the foundation upon which everything else is built. The thoughts you entertain on a daily basis determine the actions you take, and those actions determine your results. If you believe that success is out of your reach, or that the world is against you, your reality will reflect that belief. You'll take fewer risks, settle for less, and miss opportunities simply because your mindset has already decided the outcome. On the other hand, when you develop a mindset of possibility, everything changes. You begin to see challenges as stepping stones instead of roadblocks. You become more resilient because you're not bogged down by negativity or fear. You understand that setbacks are a part of the journey, and instead of feeling defeated by them, you use them to fuel your growth. The way you think about yourself, your capabilities, and your future directly influences the actions you take, and ultimately the results you achieve. Here's the truth: you are not a victim of your circumstances. Your circumstances are a reflection of your mindset. Your thoughts lead to your behavior, and your behavior shapes your experiences. If you want to change the reality you're living in, you have to change the way you think. That doesn't mean you need to be blind to the challenges around you or ignore the realities of the world. But it does mean that you can choose how to respond. You can choose to approach life with a mindset of growth, opportunity, and abundance, or you can allow negativity and self-doubt to control your narrative. When you believe in yourself and cultivate a mindset that sees opportunity everywhere, the world opens up to you. You start noticing solutions instead of problems. You begin to take action instead of waiting for things to happen. Every challenge becomes a lesson. Every failure a stepping stone to your next success. It's the power of mindset that transforms dreams into reality. You have the ability to create your life not by waiting for it to happen, but by shaping it with the thoughts and beliefs you hold. Think about the successful people you admire. They didn't get to where they are because they had the easiest path. They got there because they chose to believe in the possibility of success even when others doubted them. They made the decision to shift their thinking and to focus on what they could do rather than on what they couldn't. That's the power of mindset. It doesn't just change your thoughts, it changes your entire life. When you take control of your mindset, you take control of your reality. Don't wait for perfection because it will never come. Perfection is an illusion, a concept that sounds good in theory but holds you back in practice. If you spend your life waiting for the perfect time, the perfect conditions, or the perfect plan, you'll be waiting forever. The truth is, life doesn't wait for you to have everything figured out. It moves, it changes, and it doesn't care whether or not you're ready. So, if you're waiting for perfection, you're missing out on all the opportunities that are right in front of you. You see, perfection is a trap. It's a subtle form of procrastination disguised as striving for excellence. It convinces you that unless everything is perfectly aligned, you shouldn't take action. It convinces you that you need more time, more resources, more knowledge before you can begin. But here's the reality: action leads to results. Action leads to learning, to growing, and to improving. Waiting for perfection only leads to stagnation. Think about it: some of the greatest achievements in history were not the result of perfect plans or flawless execution. They were the result of people who decided to take action even when things weren't ideal. They took the first step even when they didn't have all the answers. They understood that the journey itself was the process of learning, growing, and refining. Perfection doesn't come from waiting. It comes from doing. It comes from showing up, putting in the work, and adjusting along the way. The key is to start where you are, with what you have, and trust that you can figure it out as you go. You'll learn more in the first 5 steps than you will in 5 months of planning. The experience you gain along the way will teach you lessons that no amount of preparation could ever provide. Waiting for perfection means waiting for the opportunity to slip away. But when you start, when you take action, you begin to create momentum. You create progress. And that progress is what will eventually lead you to where you want to go. Don't mistake preparation for progress. Don't mistake overthinking for action. Perfection is an excuse, a reason to delay what you should be doing right now. So stop waiting. Take the first step today. You don't need to have all the pieces in place, and you don't need everything to be perfect. What you need is courage, determination, and a willingness to get started. Once you do, you'll find that perfection is not the goal. Progress is. And that progress will lead you to success, step by step. You are your own biggest asset, and it's time you recognize that. Too often people look outside themselves for answers, for validation, or for success. They think that the key to achieving their goals is found in someone else, someone with more experience, more resources, or more knowledge. But the truth is, everything you need to succeed is already inside you. You are the one who holds the power to create the life you want. Your skills, your mindset, your work ethic, these are the things that will determine your future. The first thing you need to understand is that you are in control of your own destiny. You might not be able to control every external circumstance, but you can control how you respond to them. Your attitude, your discipline, your determination, these are the things that will move you forward, even when things are tough. The world will throw challenges your way, but it's your ability to rise above them that will set you apart. And that ability comes from the belief that you have what it takes to overcome whatever stands in your way. The most successful people know this. They know that the real value isn't in the opportunities they're given, but in how they leverage their own strengths. They invest in themselves, whether that's through learning new skills, developing a growth mindset, or simply taking the time to work on their personal growth. They understand that their greatest asset isn't their job, their connections, or their bank account. Their greatest asset is themselves. And because they invest in themselves, they are always growing, always improving, and always moving closer to their goals. You must also understand that self-investment is the best investment you can make. Whether it's reading a book, attending a seminar, or practicing a new skill, every moment you invest in yourself is a moment that pays dividends for the rest of your life. Your knowledge, your mindset, your abilities are your tools, and when you sharpen them, you open up endless possibilities for growth and success. It's not about waiting for someone else to give you a break. It's about realizing that you already have everything you need to succeed if you are willing to put in the work. You don't need to wait for the perfect opportunity, the perfect moment, or the perfect set of circumstances. All you need is to recognize that you, as you are right now, are enough. You are your own biggest asset. Your potential is limitless if you're willing to develop it. The more you invest in yourself, the more you'll see the results of that investment. It's up to you to recognize that your future is in your hands and to start taking action today with the confidence that you have everything you need to succeed. Failure is part of the process. It's not something to fear or avoid, it's something to embrace, learn from, and move beyond. Too many people see failure as the end of the road, a final judgment on their efforts. They let it define them when in reality, failure is just a temporary setback, a necessary step on the way to success. Every successful person has failed along the way, often many times. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they respond to failure. Do they let it knock them down, or do they get up, dust themselves off, and keep going? Understand this: failure doesn't mean you're not good enough. It doesn't mean you're incapable of achieving your goals. What failure means is that you are trying. You are putting yourself out there. And in the process, you're learning. Every time you fail, you gather valuable lessons that you can use to improve, to adapt, and to move forward with greater wisdom and clarity. Without failure, there would be no growth. It's failure that forces you to adjust your approach, rethink your strategy, and become better. Think about the most successful people in the world. Do you think they got where they are by avoiding failure? No, they failed over and over, but they didn't let it stop them. They used each failure as a stepping stone to greater success. They understood that failure isn't personal, it's a part of the journey. You don't learn to ride a bike by reading about it, you learn by falling down and getting back up. You don't become successful by sitting on the sidelines, playing it safe, and avoiding mistakes. You become successful by getting in the game, making the best decisions you can, and learning from the mistakes along the way. The key is to shift your perspective on failure. Instead of seeing it as something negative, see it as feedback. It's telling you what doesn't work so you can try something different. It's teaching you resilience, perseverance, and the value of persistence. Success is not about avoiding failure, it's about moving forward in spite of it. It's about pushing through the obstacles, continuing to work towards your goal, and staying committed to the process. Every time you fail and keep going, you're one step closer to the success you desire. Failure also builds character. It tests your resolve, your determination, and your willingness to keep going when things get tough. It's easy to keep moving when everything is going well. But it's in the face of failure, in the moments of struggle, that you build the strength to persevere. So don't fear failure. Don't run from it. Embrace it. Use it as a tool to sharpen your skills and your mindset. And know this: each failure is one step closer to the success that's waiting for you. Success comes from taking action. It's as simple as that. Dreams, ideas, and goals are all important, but they mean nothing unless you take action to bring them to life. Too many people talk about what they want to achieve, but never do anything about it. They spend their time planning, hoping, and waiting for the right moment. But the truth is, the right moment never comes unless you create it through action. You can have the best plans in the world, but without action, they're just ideas. You can think about success all day long, but until you put in the work, nothing will change. The key to success is not thinking about it, it's doing something about it. Every small action you take brings you one step closer to your goals. And those small actions add up over time to create significant results. But here's the thing, action doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, waiting for perfection is one of the biggest obstacles to success. People often hesitate to take action because they feel they need everything to be just right, but the truth is, you'll never have everything figured out in advance. You'll never have all the answers. Success comes from learning along the way, and adjusting as you go. The most successful people didn't get where they are because they waited for the perfect conditions. They took action in the face of uncertainty and learned from their experiences. When you take action, you create momentum. Momentum is what propels you forward, even when things get tough. The more you act, the more you get done, and the more you learn. And as you build that momentum, you start to see progress. Progress leads to results, and results lead to success. The process may be slow at first, but each step forward counts. The important thing is that you keep moving. Don't let fear hold you back from taking action. Fear of failure, fear of mistakes, fear of what others think, these are all normal feelings, but they shouldn't stop you from moving forward. Fear is a sign that you're pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. And that's exactly where growth happens. The more you step outside of that zone and take action despite your fears, the stronger and more confident you become. Remember, success isn't about luck, it's about effort. It's about the consistent daily actions you take toward your goals. It's about making the decision to do something even when it's uncomfortable or difficult. Success comes from showing up, doing the work, and staying committed to the process no matter what. So stop waiting for the perfect moment and start taking action today. Take that first step, no matter how small it may seem. It's the only way to turn your dreams into reality. Your past doesn't define your future. The experiences, mistakes, and challenges you've faced up until this point are not a verdict on your potential. Too many people allow their past to dictate what they believe is possible for their future. They think because they failed before, or because things didn't go as planned in the past, that they're somehow destined to repeat those patterns. But the truth is, your past is just the past. It's a chapter in your story, but it's not the whole book. What truly defines your future is what you choose to do today. Every single day you have the opportunity to rewrite your story, to make decisions that will shape the direction of your life. Your past may have had its challenges, but those challenges are not a sentence. They are lessons. They are the building blocks that can help you become stronger, wiser, and more capable. Don't allow past mistakes or failures to hold you back from the bright future that's waiting for you. You are not limited by where you've been. You are empowered by where you can go. Success isn't about how many times you've fallen down in the past. It's about how many times you get back up. It's about your willingness to learn from your mistakes and to use that knowledge to move forward with greater strength. The most successful people didn't let their past failures determine their future. They used those failures as stepping stones. They learned from them, adapted, and kept pushing forward. Your past does not have to repeat itself. Just because you've faced struggles before doesn't mean you will face them in the same way in the future. You have the power to change your circumstances. You can choose to take different actions, think differently, and approach life with a new mindset. Every decision you make today is an opportunity to create a future that reflects your true potential, not your past limitations. What matters most is what you do now. Your future is created by the choices you make from this moment forward. Don't let the past keep you stuck. Don't let it define you. Instead, take what you've learned from your experiences and use it to build the future you want. It's never too late to start fresh. You have the ability to change your direction, to start over, and to create a life that reflects your dreams, not your past mistakes. So if you're holding on to past disappointments, regrets, or failures, it's time to let go. Your future is waiting for you, and it's filled with opportunities for growth, success, and fulfillment. The power to create a new path is in your hands, and it starts with the choices you make today. Your past is only a reference point, not a life sentence. Your future is yours to create. Don't let anything from your past stand in your way. You don't need approval to succeed. Too many people spend their lives waiting for someone else to give them permission to pursue their dreams, to take that first step, or to make the decisions that will shape their future. They look for validation from others, family, friends, colleagues, hoping for reassurance that they're on the right path. But here's the truth: you are the only person who needs to approve of your journey. No one else is going to live your life for you, so why wait for their approval to take the actions that will lead to your success? The only person whose opinion truly matters is yours. You don't need someone else's approval to start that business, pursue that new career, or make that life change. You don't need anyone's permission to step into your greatness. If you're constantly waiting for approval, you're giving away your power. You're allowing others to determine your course when it's up to you to decide where you want to go. Success doesn't require a stamp of approval from anyone else. It requires action, commitment, and belief in yourself. Understand this: everyone's opinion of you is based on their own experiences, limitations, and beliefs. It's not about you, it's about them. And while their opinions may be well-intentioned, they don't hold the key to your success. You're the one who knows your vision, your potential, and your purpose. You're the one who understands your drive, your ambition, and your capacity for growth. So stop waiting for others to give you permission to live your life the way you want to. People will always have something to say about what you do. There will always be critics, doubters, and those who tell you that you can't or shouldn't pursue your goals. But success isn't about pleasing others or conforming to their expectations. Success is about aligning your actions with your values, your vision, and your passion. It's about taking the risks, making the decisions, and putting in the work to create the life you want, regardless of what anyone else thinks. The truth is, waiting for approval only holds you back. It's a form of self-doubt, a sign that you don't trust yourself enough to move forward without someone else's permission. But once you realize that you don't need approval to succeed, everything changes. You become empowered to take the steps necessary to reach your goals. You stop asking for permission and you start taking ownership of your success. Success is about having the courage to follow your own path, even when it's unclear, difficult, or unpopular. It's about trusting yourself enough to make decisions and take actions that are in line with your dreams, not the approval of others. You have what it takes to succeed, and you don't need anyone else to tell you that. All you need is the confidence to believe in your own vision and the commitment to act on it. You don't need approval to succeed, you just need to start.